from one team had a great signing day to another one, Alabama. Now, we've talked a lot like, hey, did they waste Bryce Young? Did they waste Will Anderson? If you judge it by did they win a ring, then I think the answer is kind of yeah. Although I guess as freshmen in 2020, they did take home one. But this Bama class right now, I think they have 10 players rated in the top 5 at their position nationally. And that's not even including the junior college guys. This is a sick class. Like if they land Cormani McClain, they're going to have the number 2 class of all time, trailing only that thing that we sat in this very studio last year talking about with what Jimbo brought to College Station last year. I mean, where do we even start? Do we want to go Caden Proctor?
This is where we start. They signed 27 guys, okay? The recruiting industry, all but one of them are ranked 4 stars or higher, okay? The 27th guy is the 3-star kicker, our number 2 kicker. He went 15 of 17 this season with a long of 51 yards. So he's pretty good. Yeah. I'm just saying, like top to bottom, there are difference makers all over. And I think a lot of them are actually going to have to play. You look at Alabama's 2 deep. We've talked about it last night. They lose 2 offensive. They return just 2 starters in the offensive line. So Caden Proctor, a guy they take from Iowa, you would think you could pencil him in. Caleb Downs, the safety from Georgia. He's the safest player in this cycle. He's going to play. Like he will have to play in 2023. So to me, this signals that Alabama's not going away. I think Saban's going to ramp up and go for at least one more.
He's going to, but this is more of the same, right? When your blue chip ratio has him at 89, 90% of the roster was 4 and 5 stars. This fits that. But I do think, to me, it shows you there was a fire that was lit under Nick Saban and this staff when they're sitting there watching Kirby build Alabama East, and everybody's talking about there's this transition of power. Saban, as the ultimate competitor, is showing he's not going down without a fight. What I do think is interesting is what you mentioned, Andrew, about the amount of young guys who might have to play right away at critical positions. I mean, offensive linemen, traditionally, it's a big jump for them, probably more so than most, especially when the SEC having to pass block. And the transition at quarterback, that to me is going to be the most significant, position that they'll have to address.
I think they're still going to get some portal guys. Tyler Steen, who started at left tackle, being the Senior Bowl. I mean, they didn't get him until the summer months. So they're going to go get these guys. But how do they put them in there? I thought they might look at a transfer portal quarterback. They still could. We don't know who's going to enter. I think that makes some sense. We know they like Ty Simpson, and we saw what.
We know they have $5 million to offer. Is that what do we know that or not? I don't know.
I mean, that's a really interesting point, though. Is that like they take these 27 kids and they're all 4 or 5 stars, but they're definitely not done. Like Bama's going to have to go portal if they want to. Nick Saban's getting up there in age, just like you mentioned Phil Knight, right? Like not saying he's done, but he's certainly on more of the tail end of his career, age-wise, if not success-wise. They're going to have to be really active in the portal, and it does make you wonder. What do we care about certain positions at the high school level more now than we used to, or do we care about certain positions less than we used to because of what is available and more importantly, what is not available in the portal? You look at this stuff.
The schools want the same things. Everyone's looking for an offensive tackle, and everyone wants a pass rusher. So I think if you can go out and secure those individuals and grow them in-house, you're playing now with house money, right? You built them, you developed them. We know Alabama's going to develop guys. Like getting Caden Proctor is a huge deal. And I think if you're an Iowa fan, you have to be so pissed that Mario Cristobal is at Miami because Francis Mauigoa, our number 2 tackle, in every other year, that kid is ending up at Alabama. They go into IMG and get what they want. But now Mario's there. He gets him, and he gets the number 3 tackle, Samson Okunlola from up in Massachusetts. So, we can debate whether LSU has the best O-line class or Alabama. Alabama has a great one. And then what they did on defense today, James Smith, Quay Rousseau, I mean, they're loading up at the premium positions. And wide receivers, one eye kind of got circled. They got Malik Benson, our top junior college guy. He's probably going to have to come in and play. I mean, Alabama, they took their wide receiver room and kicked 8 of them out.
Yeah.
And now there's 4 guys left.
Well, but they went portal heavy last year, and they kind of missed on it. And Nick Saban does not strike out often, but that was a bit of a strikeout that they had at the receiver position last year through the portal. So I think you're going to have to attack portal again.